tremendous charisma. Okay, it also brings great stubbornness, a tendency to be a law unto yourself. You know, I mean, we're all aware of his persona and what we saw of him in his movies. This
He was
romantic,
Superman.
tall, handsome guy. You know, that everybody just melted over. But here we're talking about the Pluto to his son. Yes, his life was totally transformed. His whole identity took this massive knock on the head, and he ended up being completely rejuvenated. I mean, he became a real exponent for stem cell research, okay, which has this really deep Plutonian ring to it.
Well, I also think that Chiron on the North Node.
Yes.
Good one. Yep.
Is that was the first thing that, you know, the fact that he had to. The other thing that I find that's interesting to me is because his wife was so steadfast and loyal, because you see it connecting into all that Libra and then the seventh house. I also see her standing by him as part of this too.
Yes. Yes. Oh yeah. I mean, the Chiron on the node is, again, the node is leading him towards his greatest sense of self-development in this lifetime. You know, what he has to strive to work on and to develop in the life. And to have a Draconic Chiron bringing, you know, invigorating that. Here is a man who, what was Chiron, by the way? Half man, half horse.
Yeah.
Anyone else find that ironic?
Right,
Yeah.
But he had to bring through the Chironian, again, the unhealable wound, right? The itch you can't scratch. You're somebody who can heal others, but you scream in pain every night because you can't heal yourself. You think you're completely hopeless and pathetic, and everybody thinks you're a bloody genius, you know.
But isn't that true of Gandhi too? Like, he probably had a lot of pain.
Sure.
Also, these are people, you're picking people that really had hard paths, but yet other people only saw the good that they did, but didn't know what the price they had to pay to get to that.
Exactly. I mean, how many years was Christopher Reeve in that wheelchair before he managed to lift that finger just half an inch? You know, and he didn't even realize he'd done it till his wife showed him. She said, "You just," and he went, "What?" And then he partnered up with this neurosurgeon, I think, and who had a technique for actually stimulating the nerves using electromagnetic stuff or something, and they worked on that together, and he managed eventually to move a few of his fingers, you know, but that was as far as he got. But here again we have this wonderful portrayal, if you like, of the Chiron myth being enlivened in this man's life through the North Node.